Right, so if you've seen any of my other videos, you might have seen me mess about with old Apple Macs. Now, I mean, I've got a few of them there, and this is the one that I actually did the Ubuntu video on. And I've been using Ubuntu on it, I've used Zorin on it, and they're alright. They're not my favourite. What I'm actually going to do is, I'm going to set this up how I'm actually going to use it. And you know, not for a video, not to show anyone, but this is actually what I'm genuinely going to do with this 2015 Apple MacBook Pro. And that setup is Debian with XFCE. Boring, I know, but stable, reliable and solid and lightweight. 8GB DDR3. It needs to be a lightweight desktop. XFCE, perfect. So what I'm going to do is set that up. So you can probably hear the 3D printer in the background. I'm actually I'm working on this at the moment, and these 3D prints are taking 20 hours a pop. So whilst I'm waiting for all that to go off, I thought I'm actually going to do this. And I wasn't going to film it, but I thought might as well. So I'm going old school. USB stick, no Ventoy. So what I've done earlier is I've just burnt Debian onto this, Debian 13, Trixie. I'm going to plug this in and get going. 1, 2, and then hopefully down here you can see me. Yes, you can. Ethernet adapter. First type, there you go. Plug you into there, way around. Ethernet. Right. Turn this on holding Alt. There you go, EFI boot. God, that screen is tiny. Graphical install. Bit of time. Installation complete. Remove USB. Hurrah! Debian installed. Now, to configure it. Mac chime. Oh, I've got a stool. Here you go, Joe. And we're in. I'll get simple screen recorder going so you lot can see what I can see. And then let's turn it on so you lot can see the screen. There you go. Right, all we've done so far is install simple screen recorder. So just to recap, this is how I'm actually going to use this machine. This is not for show or tell. This is actually, I'm configuring this machine for me. And this is what I'm going to use. And this is what I think, personally, is how you get the best results out of an old Mac running Linux. Because Macs aren't really meant for Linux. We don't have the secret sauce. We don't have the recipe which makes them work as well as Mac OS does. But we can get bloody close. We can definitely get better than how old Mac OS runs on this machine. We can definitely improve that with Linux. Right, so first off, I'm going to sort out this screen because it is horrendous to look at. Settings, appearance, fonts, let's bump that up to 160. Okay, now we can actually see what's going on. Settings, and we want to go down to Windows Manager. Themes, we want to change it to, see how this is really small? This is going to drive me mad. This one here, there you go, lovely, much better. Happy with that. Next we'll start with this top panel, it's tiny. We want to go panel preferences. Let's bump that up to what, 60? Lovely, right, look at that. Let's add in some stuff into here. Panel. Add new item, and we want to add battery monitor, add. I want to add audio, there you go, audio. I want to add sensors, and then I want to add CPU. I never get this one right first time. I think it's graph. I want screenshot, yes. And you can scroll through here and have a look, see which actually ones you want. But they're the main ones that I'm going to be using. I don't think there's anything else off the top of my head I want. Close, and then we'll quickly configure these. So sensors, properties. What do I want this to show? I want this to show, just going to sort this out to move it around. This is showing us our CPU usage. This is showing us our temps, which you can see are bloody high. That's because we haven't got Mac fan running, or MacBook Pro fan that is on Debian. Battery goes there. Does buttons work? And buttons do work, which is good. Screen brightness. So our buttons work. I want to mess about down here quickly as well. This is too small. Panel preferences, let's bump this up, I don't know what, 120? That looks right. Items, and I do not want, what don't I want? I don't want directory menu, remove that, yes. I don't want search, application finder, remove that. Show desktop, terminal, folders, and internet. Yeah, happy with that. Really, That's all I want on my desktop. That's enough for me. So now, first thing we actually need to do, I have a feeling the packages are updated already, but let's just check sudo apt update -y. I think these are going to be already updated. Yeah, that's good. So now, the first thing you really need to set up on any Intel Mac running Linux is MacBook Fan or Mac Fan. On Debian, it is MacBook Pro Fan. So sudo apt install mbp fan -y. And I don't know if you can hear that over the 3D printer, but that fan has kicked straight into life and the temps are coming down. I need to change that because that is not adjusting. We go properties. That is only adjusting once every minute. So yeah, so we change it to 1 second, close. Now we've got live temperature sensors. So we can actually see that the temp's coming right down now. That'll probably get down to 61, 62. They always run a little bit hot. Macs on Linux is what it is. And also the CPU's going, it's getting hammered because we're recording the screen. This is a high resolution retina display screen. So it's like 4 million pixels it's recording. So it's really kicking this CPU. It's a 5th gen i5. So, you know, cut it some slack. So MacBook Fan is installed. I just want to make sure it's definitely started. So no, system CTL start MBP fan. Yeah, and then we will just enable it, so make sure it starts up on startup every time. Sudo system CTL enable MacBook Pro fan. Sorted. Then we'll check the status. Sudo system CTL status MacBook Pro fan. We're looking for enabled under service. Yes, so happy days. That is now running. That'll start up every time I turn this on, so that the MacBook won't overheat. Another thing we can check is we can do sudo system CTL is enabled MacBook Pro fan, and that should come back enabled. Ta-da! It's good when things work, isn't it? But now we've got MacBook Pro fan running. And like I said, that is the core one you're going to want on any MacBook fan, any MacBook running Linux. Really, that's quite important. Next, we're going to sort out the battery, TLP. So sudo apt install TLP-y. And then I'm also going to install TLP RDW, which is like your Wi-Fi, Bluetooth. It might be installed by default with TLP, but I'm not sure. Sudo apt install TLP-RDW-y. It might come back installed. It's already installed. Cool. Sudo system CTL enable TLP. So again, enable that. That's going to start up every time. So that's going to sort out my battery usage. We can see there is a stat command for that, which is sudo stat-s TLP. Sudo TLP stats. No. Sudo TLP stats -s -s. Sudo. I'll get there. Sudo TLP. I'll get there. Sudo TLP-stat-s. There you go. RDW enabled, status enabled. So TLP is running now. So battery sorted. So what we've done so far is start again. So what we've done so far, sorted out the fan. So now it's not going to overheat. We sorted out the battery to make the battery as efficient as possible. That's what TLP is. It's an optimizer. What do I want to do next? Firmware. So like I said before, we don't have the secret sauce to make Macs work as good as they do on Mac OS. So I'm going to install firmware, which is a package on this. It's like a blanket package. It's going to install a load of firmware to help this Mac out as best as it can, basically. And that is sudo apt install firmware -linux -y. That's yes to all prompts. And this, like I said, will install. There you go. It's showing you right there. There's loads. All of these is installing. And that's installed. And look, if we go up now, we will see it's installed all of these. So that's just going to help the Mac out no end. I don't know if I started TLP. Sudo system CTL start TLP. Just to confirm, yeah. Just double check that. And then what else do I want to do? Need to install the drivers for the Wi-Fi, Broadcom chipset on these. So sudo apt install, and then I've got that copied firmware BRC. Yep. Oh, good. That's already installed. So now, hopefully, let's see if Wi-Fi is going to work. It is. Result. That's good. So really, the only other thing to mess about is some CLI stuff to BTOP. Got to have BTOP on everything. BTOP, lovely. C neo fetch. Ta-da! And then sudo apt install Hollywood. Yeah. The only other thing I really want to do is just sort out Firefox. So this runs the stable version of Firefox, I believe, the long service version, I think it's called, or something like that. And we want to do settings, dark mode, and then see you later Google, DuckDuckGo, done. I mean, that's it, and that's really all I'm going to do to that machine, and that's what I'm going to use now for dotting about on the sofa with. Because it's got a new battery, it actually lasts longer than my other laptop. It's idling now at 39 degrees. Excellent, let me show you. But that is genuinely how I'm going to use this. This is what I would set this up like if I wanted to get the most out of an older Mac, an Intel Mac. Debian, rock solid distro, XFCE, nice lightweight desktop, which I think, it's a little bit on the boring side, but it's perfect if you just want something which is going to work and run. I mean, I bet this thing's even got, has it got LibreOffice installed? Yep, it's even got LibreOffice come standard. This is what I think is the way to go. It's a little bit different to what my normal videos are. I mean, I wasn't going to film this, but whilst I'm in here tinkering anyway, I thought I might as well. So thanks for watching. Cheers.